Yo, it's your boy Straight Boss OV8 from Straight Smoke Gaming, and we're here with another edition of the weekly Yay or Nay. For those that are new to you, as we've got a couple subscribers over the last week. This is a weekly video we do, Yay or Nay. We look at a vehicle that is on sale, and it is not always a weaponized vehicle. Most of the time it is a weaponized vehicle, but this week there was no weaponized vehicles on sale, so I was kind of looking forward to doing a vehicle review and seeing if this vehicle is worth the sale price. So out of the non-weaponized vehicles that were on sale this week, I chose the Benefactor Krieger. It's a supercar. It is, you see, very pretty. It is actually one of the smaller supercars, and you'll be able to see that here in a later clip that it is relatively small compared to the other supercars. And normally what we grade by, for those that haven't seen this before, we go by offense, defense, and a grinder's worth. Since this is a non-weaponized vehicle, we'll be looking at and comparing it to other supercars instead. So we won't be doing the normal offense, defense, and grinder's worth. There's the Krieger. You can see it's on sale for a hair over $2 million. Okay, that ends up being a 30% discount. It is normally 2.8, almost $2.9 million. So it is up there, folks. That's one of the more expensive land vehicles that are not weaponized anyway. Just behind the F1 cars. And you can see there, acceleration really good. You can see the braking. I wanted to point out the braking was just a smidge from filling the second bar for the braking. The traction is great on it. The traction is what sets this car apart from other supercars. There you can see it fully modded. You can see the braking does end up filling up the second bar and maybe a smidge into the third bar, the least tiny bit. Top speed is still top speed improves a little bit, not much from the version that isn't modded. And you can see there against another supercar that is the Grotti Italy. You can see there the traction of that car. The braking a little bit better than the Krieger, but the traction is horrible compared to the Krieger. There, this compared to the Thrax. Thrax is a much closer comparison. Top speed of the Krieger is a little bit more fully modded, just a hair more. The traction's about the same on them, and the braking is about the same as well. And both of those cars are comparable, but the Thrax would be a little more comparable. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a race to show top speed. We're going against Big Hoss with the X80 Proto. We're going with my Thrax. I'll be using Stallman's Krieger, and Wildcat will be rolling in the Tyrant. As you can see here, this is what I'm talking about. The Krieger is relatively small, and that comes, you know, with some pros and cons, I would assume. And here we're just doing top speed. The Krieger used to be the king of supercars. This used to be the best supercar in the game. It is not that way anymore. It still holds its own though. So for the price of $2 million, it's not too bad. I can tell you right now, whether it's a yay or a nay, I'm in favor of it right now because I'm a big Benefactor fan. This is a Benefactor car. I like the Benefactor cars. I like their logo. I like most of their cars, if not all their cars. And you can see there, the Krieger does win in the straightaway test. This next test here, I purposely delayed my takeoff just so that I just feel like in that first race I got a little bit of a jump ahead of everyone else. So in this one, I delayed like maybe a half second, maybe a full second, a little bit more. And you see there is a little bit closer on takeoff. So I think this race was a little more. You see the Tyrant and the Thrax just can't keep up. Big Hoss is over there. He's in the X80 Proto, and that pretty much kept up with me. So that was pretty much a tie in that race. So take that for what it's worth. And of course, you can't test any car. You can't test any car unless you're testing against perhaps the fastest car in the game. This isn't a supercar, this is a sports car, the Pariah. Everyone knows the Pariah. You can see there the Krieger jumps out to a very early lead. And then it ends up getting dusted by the Pariah. And stuff I've seen on YouTube, listing the Krieger as the third fastest supercar. I kind of believe that that's the case. This isn't the king of supercars anymore. But it is still a very good car. It's one of the better supercars in the game, absolutely. So, we're going to go into, is this a yay or is this a nay? And I'm going to go with a nay. I like Benefactor a lot, and I really thought I was going to give this a yay because I'm kind of biased, but I got to go with a nay. I'm sorry. 30% is not a good enough discount. $2 million isn't chump change. A lot of people don't have that just lying around to buy a supercar to do a couple races with, because in the end, that's all you're going to do with this car, is race with it and show it off in your garage. So, no. This week is a nay, the Benefactor Krieger. If it was a better discount, give me a 40% discount, and it would be a yay. But this week, it is a nay.